Hey guys, this is Chuck Minster, and welcome to a brand new episode of a brand new series on a brand new channel. Now, that's a lot of new stuff going on there. It's a lot of new stuff for me too. So bear with me as I go through this. Now what you're seeing here is the front entrance of the Briggs Smatton Factory, #1. Now, this you may have seen this already in Carl's Friends videos, if you have ever watched any of his. It's Briggs and Smatton, just a fictional name, kind of to go along with like an idea of what we have here. Probably the only reason we built a factory like this is because in this Attack of the B Team mod pack, there's so many different blocks. There's hundreds of new items and blocks and different mod pack or mods that go in here. It makes it a lot of fun to work with. Vanilla obviously is still a lot of fun in its own flavor. Vanilla flavor. Okay, but having like a whole bunch of new materials to work with, it can open up your creative senses and get a lot of cool stuff pumped out. For some reason, these brown stained glass covers, like forged micro blocks, they want to kind of do a little bit of a weird glitch thing with that. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with it, but it looks cool from the outside and the inside too. So the Briggs and Smatton Factory #1. Now let's go inside here. Kind of a atrium? No, just like a hallway. We were planning on having it like maybe a desk or something in here, like a reception area, but things just kind of went on the fly, and this is what we came up with. But a big building, and of course right there's a block that shouldn't be out of place, or is out of place. It shouldn't be, but it is. A lot of this stuff Carl's friend did, pretty much all of it, so I'm not really nice. I'm not really into all the redstone stuff, all of these like factory thermal expansion. Just go with that thermal expansion stuff. He's really good with that, and he got pretty much a lot of it going. Got this tree farm out here. Got a harvester, and harvests up, smelts it down, turns it to charcoal, and that's what powers. That's what gives us our electricity. Going into the basement here, he has Tesseract here, resonant energy cell from getting powered by that, and that's sends out. That's where we send out a remote. If you know what a Tesseract is, it can send out items, fluid, or energy from one source to another Tesseract, and it's kind of cool. So this here must be like just a power Tesseract. And then, here's a whole bunch of stuff that I have no clue what it even does. Stuff that you'll have to talk to him about if you want to know. Going down, and then I guess might as well show some of the stuff here off. Here is the sewage treatment plant. It from the harvester, I guess, there's just a bunch of junk that comes down from it. And so it goes here into this harvester, or not harvester, the sewage thing. And it turns into goodies, and so here we have a bunch of clay, mud ball, hardened sand, regular sand, dried dirt, tainted soil, heat sand, gravel, all this junk that even though it junk, got mycelium and soul sand, kind of cool stuff that be kind of nice to turn up every so often. Here is, oops, I forgot. There we go. Player sensor. Not player sensor, but player sensor plates, pressure plates. This here is the, kind of call it like the archive room, like it's, obviously we don't want it to be too dark in here, otherwise mobs will spawn and creeper us and boom, but, it's kind of like this darker place, you almost maybe hear some drips of water every so often of, for something to happen. I don't know. But it's where we keep all our stuff, and if you if you've watched any other, or if you ever played Attack of the B Team, you kind of know how this stuff works. It's pretty cool. There's a routed request pipe, and this is pretty much like the GUI of like all the chests. So we have all these things that we can choose, and they're all stored in these chests. They have all these pipes going up to them with broadcaster chips and responder chips, which kind of a pain to make a whole bunch of them, but they're pretty cool then. And then, so here, say I didn't want the stone slab, which I don't really, I can put it in here, and you see that? I took it away and put it in a chest that either had slabs or had an open spot in them. And then here, say I wanted this button, I'll just click on it, boom, right here it is, and I'll put this button, well, I don't actually want this button either, so I'll put it away, and there goes the button away. And so it's pretty cool, and we just kind of wanted to give it a cool feel, like this is, like that. These are large ice blocks, kind of give it like maybe like it's a temperature controlled room. That way, items are kept in the way they should be. I don't know, just kind of like stupid stuff that you think of in your head. This here is aqueous accumulator. Don't know what the purpose of it is. Once again, you'll have to ask Carl. But this here, just a little bit of a door here. Not sure exactly what we want to get out in the rest. Here's, oh, wonder what that is. Yeah. Here's, if you saw also Carl's from the episode, is the genetics. And I did have, obviously right now I can't fly, and I did have it, but I died because of it. Well, the flying mod with advanced genetics is really horrible. It's yeah, kind of buggy, and flying as a bat is just a lot better in my opinion. With advanced genetics, you like try to jump to fly, and it seems like it just about can't do it. And like I was in the nether, and I was trying to get away from a ghast, and I couldn't fly for some reason. It's just I stopped flying, and I fell into lava and, well, lost all my stuff. So I was like, well, maybe I'll forget about the advanced genetics at this time. But here's just kind of a little room. Kind of think of it, maybe have like a mad scientist kind of feel to it. Yeah, I got a computer here at Mine Bay. A lot of cool stuff that you can get off of here. You can buy a diamond, or what's really cool, you can buy a nether star, 32 diamond. That's kind of a little bit OP or GG. I don't know exactly what word to use there, but maybe a little cheaty, just on the fact that you don't actually have to fight a wither to get another star. But if you go up top here, and then this is on the main level now, and then in here is where we had our space our launching pads, and that's where we shot off to the moon. If you saw that, if you want to check that episode out, it's on Carl's friend's channel. Pretty cool. Had some fun up in space. And this here is the Tinker's Construct room. It's kind of cool actually. If you go to some villages, they have these big furnaces, whatever, really big, and then you can just take them and build them up pretty high. They're not too hard to make actually, though. Now this stuff here is Carl's friend idea of a sheep shearing thing. So far, I'm not sure exactly how it's going for him. We have a white sheep and a green sheep. See, wow, see, 2 whole cactus greens, but we do got a lot of string, so not sure exactly how that's working. But there's also one other level on here. Now, I mean, there's all these levels, but there's nothing on them. But right here is the cellar, I guess, or not ground floor, basement 2 or something. This here is the auto spawner. You can come in here, get close enough without falling off. So right now we got Enderman in here, spawn exact copy, no. So that way we can spawn them and, kind of farm them that way. Here's a bunch of mob essence, sludge, some XP bushes out there to get the stuff off. And you know what? It's kind of nice If you don't need XP, you can put it away, which it's a lot nicer than in vanilla. If you die and you have like almost 30 levels, then you waste almost all those levels. Then over here, need to fix this here, but for the meantime, it's alright. Right here is the big ol' engine. Pretty cool. This is actually what Carl's friend was first wanting to call the Briggs and Smatton, and but then we named the entire thing that. But maybe it's known for having this honkin' huge engine. I think he said there's 64 of these steam dynamos on it. I think so. Yeah, 16 on each. So pretty big stuff. And here's another aqueous accumulator. Just some junk there. And then we got it planned out that we're going to have in this room here. Something tells me baddies are in here. No? Okay, good. Maybe just... I think there's a cave right around here. With this white marble, it's going to be replaced entirely with resonant energy cells. So, pretty much, energy for days. We'll never have to go without energy. So, that's something that we're working on as well. Now, I kind of designed a lot of this stuff, like as in like the texture, or like the background, like the rooms and stuff, then he puts this stuff in, so hopefully it goes together and looks alright. And so that's pretty much everything. There's one other thing. There's this here, which you also might have saw in one of Carl's friend's episodes. It's right here is that spawning room is right up there, and then mobs drop here, but they drop down through there. But when we have a villager, we can put villagers in, if I can talk right. Put villagers in, and then here are drawbridges. You can see there that keep the mobs from going. So then there's water. I think water block right there. Yeah, and so that way, send water down, and then put the villagers in here, and then that's how you make the emeralds. And so that's pretty cool there. And this here, not sure what that is, but then if you would go all the way down, which I don't know why you can't. Oh, there's Elvis. If you would go all the way down, here actually, let's go into bat mode. There we go. It goes all the way down here. Let's see. Here's maybe like a mobs drop area. In the future will be that. And then all the way down here is where mobs drop. And then that's where they die. And so there's just a bunch of junk that he mined out, I think. So that's pretty much it for the base right now. Whoops, how do I get out of here? There we go. Pretty much that's all for the base. We're planning on, putting some new stuff in, but not really sure at the current time what all to do. Some of the things that we have been, we did start a space station, sort of working on it, but then we also are planning on doing a little bit of something with this village, kind of incorporating this into like it's a town or something. Here Carl's friend is working on a bank. Looks pretty sweet, like big, imposing. Like if you think about it, you might be like, well, everything else here is made out of wood, looks like crap, but then here's a big old marble building coming in. When it's kind of true if you think about it, like banks, first of all, they have a lot of money, so to them money isn't a big deal. I don't know, they can afford to make this big thing because they're making a lot of money off of these people, but I don't know any of that. So, and here's Carl Friend's made this gun shop, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, it makes sense for some of these guns to be here in this town, but oh well. It's, you know, just kind of cool stuff to do. And now, what this is really going to be about is, see, the Briggs and Smatton building, which you can no longer see, was built by two guys, Briggs and Smatton. Now, don't really know what else their names, like the, you know, the beginning of their name or their first names are, but for the most part, you know, they live around here, and so I think we're going to have this as either Briggs Manor. Yeah, I think so. I think this is going to be Briggs Manor. Now, you know, a little road here, and I kind of envision, you know, roads. I mean, all roads that we have today were at one time, you know, walking trails or something, except for, you know, some roads. I mean, but like for the most part, the majority of roads came from walking paths that turned into wagon pat trails, you know, and so slowly over time it became bigger, and so, you know, over time this here can become like a big, you know, this here could be a major highway or something, you know. But then here we have a little path going up, and, you know, over time it will be built up so that way it doesn't look like that's, you know, just gravel over top of hanging dirt, floating dirt, but yeah, like that right there. But, you know, kind of, and it takes kind of a while to get up here, but I think it is kind of cool. Kind of makes it more of like a secluded area. It's like on the top of this hill. You come up here, and some of this still needs to be mined away. But then you come up here, and then, you know, this here is where the Briggs Manor is at. And I already built the outside frame in creative, so, you know, I know what I'm doing somewhat, and a lot of it is you can just kind of go on with the flow to figure it out. Over here, maybe put like a, I don't know, just junk that rich people have, like maybe a cemetery. I think right here, I think that'd be cool. But so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get working on putting up this manor. You can kind of see the frame already, but it's not going to be made out of wood. It was just, there's a whole lot of these fir trees here, so I just cut them all down, and this is what came up with. So I will put up something, I'll put up the side here, kind of do a little bit of a base frame here, and I'll be right back with you. Alright, we're back. Okay, so here's what we got so far. Ta-da! Okay, so I'm not entirely hooked on the chisel limestone there. Or I have small limestone tiles, but I think I might change it to be like brick texture instead of like the tile texture. I think that might look a little better, but I did everything like this once and then I forgot I was going to do it another way, so this is how it is right now. It's, you know, kind of like a manor. I don't know exactly how those are, because, you know, don't live in one. But, so, here's the front entrance, and then I have some ideas of what I'm going to do inside of it. So you enter here, and then going to have like a foyer, whatever those things are called here. And then over here would be like a sitting room, like a parlor, lounge thing. And then right here is going to be like a grand dining hall. You know, big long table, fireplace, menacing looking stuff around. And then the staircase is going to be up here, like there. And then it'll, you know, curve around, and then it'll be upstairs, second story. And then we have kind of like a tower thing going here, which I think it'll be, I think there'll be a cap on the top here. And then there's going to be a roof. I'm going to make sure that there's going to be a roof going up here. And then about right here is going to be flat. And then another third story, maybe possibly fourth, not sure yet, is going to be popping out of that. So over here then didn't quite get finished. I'll probably redo this with the brick, and then I'll make that too. This right here is kind of like a, as you can see, is kind of a quarter of a circle, and so I'm gonna make this, you know, real big windows here, kind of like a greenhouse, no, but kind of like maybe, I don't know, an early morning breakfast eating area, you know, something kind of weird like that. And there's gonna be rooms here upstairs and in the middle, you know, so hopefully it'll turn out all right. And also there's going to be a roof on it as well. But if you guys have any ideas of what goes into it or what blocks would look cool, or give it more of that texture, I think might make so that this kind of has more of a, not like an old feel to it, but make it seem like it's definitely not a brand new house. Make it have then different weathers and textures that are, you know, worn and stuff like that. So, all right, let me know what you guys think. So, thanks so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. It would mean a lot. And a comment if you have any ideas or if you have ways to make it look nicer. Let me know. So, all right, see you guys later.